So Bally, obviously fantastic, congratulations. Your first main draw win here at Roland Garros. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, it means absolutely everything to me. I think it's probably the most satisfying win I think of my whole career, because I've always said that clay's never been my favourite surface, and I mean if you take last year out of the equation, obviously because I was direct acceptance in the main draw, but the 9 years before that I've always kind of come here and flown home the same night because I've lost first round in qualies, you know, to have kind of like come here again, kind of, you know, getting direct acceptance main draw and to have won a match, that really is something that's I never thought that would be possible. But I've got to really say a big thanks to my coach Nino Severino, because this year he kind of like pinned me down and said, right, that's it, you're not gonna give me the whole story that, you know, you can't play on clay and you don't want to do it. And he said, look, you know, you're gonna really regret it, and let's do a proper pre-season now. I think it's time to do it now, and I'm really glad that he persuaded me to do it. So we did that for 2 weeks in La Manga Club, and then our first tour was Barcelona, and that was 4 weeks ago. So, you know, my prep has been amazing, and you know, all that prep was really worthwhile, and I think that really showed in my match today.
She's a tough player, wasn't she? I mean, she's very, very talented, and the first set in particular, you were down a break a couple of times. Mentally, how pleased are you that you dealt with that as well as you did?
Yeah, definitely. That was one of the really big things going into the match today that I discussed with Nino. We didn't really know much about her, but I knew that she had a couple of weaknesses, and I knew that if I just hanged in there, and I knew that if it came down to who had the biggest heart, I knew that I would win that. And it was just trying to hang in there from 5-3, and I managed to do that. I stayed really strong and got back to 5-5, and then I took control, and you know, I'm very pleased that I managed to do that. And then the second set, she kind of let me kind of, you know, go away really, get away from her, and she made quite a few more mistakes, but you know, I hanged in there, I stayed very strong, kept putting the pressure on her, and I got more opportunities.
You got another youngster to worry about, a certain Miss Watson, who seems to have set her sights on your #1 spot. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely fantastic. I've always said that rivalry is very healthy, and it's a shame that there's only 2 of us. It would be unbelievable if there was 5 or 6 of us that were really fighting for that #1 spot. But you know, I'm really pleased for her, that she really deserves it. She's young. You know, the other thing that, you know, I've accepted is, look, I'm 28 this year, and I've only got a few years left, and Heather, you know, she's 18, and she's on her way up, and you know, she's worked hard, and you know, she deserves that. But for now, I want to keep my #1 spot, and I've got to somehow keep the youngster, slap the youngster down. So I'm trying to do my best to do that.